Yeah, I'm just making this video. The purpose of this video is to just to make life easy for people who are trying to do some labbing and they're wasting a lot of their time in configuring the lab. So what's the purpose of this is I will create a node. In my case, it will be Windows 7, but it could be anything. And then when you make some changes, for example, I don't know, you install some softwares or something, and then when you create the next node, you have to do everything again. But by this, you can save that image as a basic image. Like you can commit those changes, and then when you next time you create the same node, you will have all those changes already there. So I'm going to add a node, which will be Windows 7 in this case. I'm just going to give it 8 gig of RAM. So it actually, so it will be a little bit faster. I'm going to give it 4 processor. I've got a quite beefy server here, so I'm okay with that. But to 4 GB it should be okay, and 2 processors should be okay as well. To give this machine internet, uh, so I can install some softwares, I'm just going to attach it to my actual network, my local LAN, and I'm just going to connect these two and power them up. So you don't need to power this on, but the Windows machine actually. If I click on this, Windows should power up. Okay, I'm just going to pause the video. So once this is back up, then we're going to start from there. Okay, so the computer is booted up now. This is Windows 7. Now, the first thing I'm just going to do is to change the resolution of this window. It's quite small. So I'm just going to change it to 1440 by 900. And I think, yeah, that's good. Now, if I go to Google Chrome and, for example, if I'm downloading the XAMPP server, XAMPP is a free open source web server. It gives you a few other things as well. So I'm just going to download this. So the whole point is that when I download this software or any other softwares, and then next time I create another node, I should have these things already installed rather than installing all these apps again and again. Right, okay. So I have downloaded this XAMPP.zip. Also, what I've done, I have created um, a network drive. So basically, I mapped a drive with my local computer. So this is a drive where I have got my softwares. And I want to see that in the new image if I have this already mapped. Of course, it will only work when I'm on the same network. Also, the second thing I've done, I've changed the resolution. So we'll see if that works as well. So I'm just going to extract these. Okay, it's almost finishing. All right, that's done. So let's go into this folder and we should be able to, okay, it looks like that we just need to run the control panel. Let me just run this and we'll see if that works. Why is it going this far? Okay, yeah, so XAMPP control panel. Let me start Apache. Okay, that's something else. So don't worry about this. I know why it's not working. So main thing is that we need to see if these changes they remain in this Windows. So if you go to the PNet Lab uh, website, you will see there is a whole support section where they telling us how to uh, create the image. Actually, there are 3 options you can have: commit to original, so the original image, take a snapshot. The snapshot will not work without the original image. Create a completely new image. So I think creating a new complete image makes sense. So that's what I'm going to do. For that, you need to make sure the Windows is down. So I'm just going to shut down the window. Okay, and now if I right click here you will see there is an option of node commit. If I click on this, it gives me three options. So I'm interested in the last one for me, but if your scenario is different, you can use different ones. So I'm just going to give it a name as uh, yeah, Win 7 test 1. Okay. There is a very intelligent thing, clever thing PNet does, which I'll show you at the end. And it's going to give you this warning that it's going to take this much of your disk space. I'm okay with that. So I click yes. Now that process can take a little bit longer, so I'm just going to pause the video and then come back. Right, okay, so that is finished now. So let's go to, I'm just going to go to WinSCP and I'm going to check if that new test image is there. So this one, Win7 new, Win7, let me just refresh this. Yeah, here you go. So what Peanut Lab has done very cleverly is that they knew that it's a Windows image, so they put the naming convention, which you need to have Win at the start, and then the rest does not matter. And if I go inside, I see the file has been created. That's the size. And if I go into the properties, and we need to make sure there's go full right. So 4 times 7. You don't have to run those commands in the command prompt. You can just do it from here. So that's another trip. Okay, so let's go back to the on our web page here on PNet, and let's add this new created Windows image. So I'm hoping that it will have all the, this is the one we created. It will have all the settings we have done before creating the image. So I'm just gonna give it to give this to 8 GB RAM again. It's 8192.1024 times 8, and let's give it 4 processors and save. I'm just going to, it doesn't need to be connected to the internet. I'm just going to power this on. Okay, let's click on this. Right, okay. I'm just going to click on start Windows normally, and we'll be back once this is fully booted. Right, so that's the first look, and I can see that the resolution, what we set on the image is there. So that's very good. Let's log in and see if all the settings are there. If they are there, this is big. Yeah, here we go. So the XAMPP server is there, and the folder we did is there as well. We're saying it's not connected to all the network drives, but it means it's trying to connect. Yeah, here you go. The Z drive, the network map is there. So this is a huge time saving, I believe. So if you guys don't know, follow this up, and then you can find all the proper documentation on Eve, sorry, on Peanut Lab's website. I think you can do similar thing on Eve as well, but that's not GUI based. It's like command based. But this is amazing. It saves a lot of time. So I thought I'll share this. So hopefully that'll help someone who is doing labbing. Thank you very much.